Hey guys, Type here bringing you some more Warcraft 3 action. Same say spawning in the north, we have Colorful playing as Night Elf. The Demon Hunter first. Myself in some down the bottom, we have Lawliet also playing as Night Elf. And also comes the Demon Hunter. It's a mirror match. The map is Tidehunters, and this one, as you might be able to tell, on the TP Cup Season 2.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, drawing the creeps out with the wisp. Going to creep this out smoothly here. Interesting tactic. Meanwhile, back the other way. Lawliet coming into the centre, looking to stake his claim. Going to pick off the turtle. Scout wisp, keeping tabs. Items here, ring +3 and gloves. Back the other way, gloves and gauntlets. Now a bit of mana burn wars.
A player's forces are under attack.
No, just full disengage from Lawliet. Interesting. Okay, the tick timings. Oh, slight edge for Lawliet. Oh, bit of pressure on to Colorful's Demon Hunter. Bit of blocking from the Archer. Going to have the last laugh in terms of mana burns though. You see Colorful pretty much tapped out. He waits until he's regened as much mana as possible before he pops off that mana burn, then disengaging. Going back to do a bit more creeping. Okay, Hunter's Hall coming up out the back for Lawliet. Now we've got Hunter's Hall not too far after that from Colorful. Scout Wisp keeping tabs on Lawliet's army. Both players in the centre. Well, not the Demon Hunter. He's back at base. He dropped the gauntlets trying to maximize the healing from that well. Now coming back into action. One archer left here in height. It's night time, but neither player had their Hunter's Hall up super early, so no early ultra vision. First Hunter's Hall about to complete here, though. Could be an option. And just a bit of poking and prodding. No decisive engagements, really. Okay, the trees seem to be walking to the exact same camp.
A player's forces are under attack.
That's going to be next. Naga Sea Witch picked up second for Lawliet. Interesting choice. Colorful coming into the centre. Also going to pick up the Naga Sea Witch and getting a bit of a creep jack going. Did manage to get the big item at least. Archer getting away. Focus on the Demon Hunter both sides. Both players get very, very low. Looks like one archer going to fall. Lawliet. Lawliet wants to come back in though. Finish off this creep camp. I'll draw this turtle out. Looks like Colorful going for the full disengage. Going to pull back and creep the lab instead. In fact, that's going to be the same case for Lawliet as well.
A player's forces are under attack.
Interesting. So very, very much a mirror match so far. Only minor differences in the creep routes. Double laws. Tier 3 tech underway. Once again, a slight lead for Lawliet in terms of the tech timings. Not very decisive. Ooh, that was very close to a deny from the Ancient of War. Good work there from Lawliet though, cancelling that attack. Ooh, Scourge Bone Chimes. That could be a pretty nice item if it comes down to a bear mirror.
A player's forces are under attack.
And bears slamming against each other. The Vampire makes a huge difference in those kind of fights. That's still quite a long way off yet. There's some more creeping. Colorful taking the central camp. Lawliet going for the expo. Some nice level ups. Embraces as well, could be a solid item. Soaking gold, reducing the damage, you know, from the mana burns from Fork Lightnings later on.
A player's forces are under attack.
Interesting. Illusions down here. Quick disengage from Colorful, not taking any chances. Light is coming more towards the center. Going to finish off this Reef Elemental. Did he just buy Scourge Bone Chimes from the shop? I think he did, right? On the marketplace. Seems to be on Reforged. I can't like check. The
player's forces are under attack.
I believe that was the purchase, and so now both players have Scourge Bone Chimes. Forget about one player get the advantage from that. There's Orb of Venom. Wonder if we're going to see like a third hero from either player. The Keeper of the Grove also quite strong in the Bear Mirror.
A player's forces are under attack.
Way to see that. Keeping tabs on Colorful. Like I see, it's very close to the level up. Exchanging mana burns. But advantage to Colorful has the Orb of Venom. Has a couple Dryads.
Player's forces are under attack.
Slow Poison really putting the hurt on Lawliet's Demon Hunter. Opting for, you know, a little bit more fast beers over the items. You punished a little bit for it there. Looks like that Ancient of Lore positioning was slightly blocking in that Dryad. Now free, and he's going to clear up some space. Which plant back down.
Player's forces are under attack.
Well, a little more experience for Colorful in the center. Both players on almost identical amounts of experience at this stage, though very, very close. Interesting. Oh, that was a nasty Fork Lightning. One bear down immediately. Lawliet still behind in the food count,
is
though.
under siege.
Easy enough. Doesn't have as many Dryads, maybe. One. Right on the offensive here with that illusion. Causing some issues for Colorful. More and more bears. Mark of the Claw as well, so the bears can roar and drool.
The player's forces are under attack.
Roar could be pretty effective at this early stage. You know, there's not very much dispel. I don't think we've seen many wisps come in. Detonates to get rid of the roar either. So roar looks to be quite potent currently. Lightning wars. And that's a town portal out from Lawliet. That was a nasty creep jack. Colorful getting the better of them there. Gonna get the revenge kill. Taking out the Ancient War again as well. Yeah, that was painful creep jack. A lot of health missing now. Town portal down. And Colorful looking to creep quite aggressively here. Taking creeps away on the last side of the map. Lawliet though trying to wrap around, which is a bear. Stuffed out quite quickly, and now a return town portal. Fork Lightning's away one archer. And maybe going to try go for the experience. Two options here. Go for this camp or go for the red camp. And it looks like he's kind of heading over towards that red camp. we have any upgrades? Yes, 2-1 Lawliet, 1-1 back the other direction. And no further upgrades. Oh, wasted might have been there.
A town is under siege.
Spot them coming across there. I'm not entirely sure. It does have a scout wisp over here though, so looks like that did spot them and now trying to rotate over there, trying to prevent that camp from being finished. But it might be the Lawliet has enough time to get this done. Does have a town portal on the Naga Sea Witch. It's going to be a tight one though. Thunderclaps quite strong from the creep. Ancient Django though, that's a very nice item. And there's a tiny bit too late arriving. Nice mana burn there as well from the Demon Hunter. It does mean a small experience lead now for Lawliet after picking off that red camp. Okay, banking at 50 though at the moment. Small fights. Huge heal scroll value here for Lawliet. Getting quite low though. Disengage. And it seems like Colorful just not going anywhere. Fighting very strongly. Does force a town portal, but did lose one bear. Which Lawliet did not. So, hard to say who came out super far ahead there. Not really decisive one. I suppose Lawliet maybe stretching the XP lead a tiny bit. Maybe about it. Look at these moon wells. One of them well stocked. The rest almost completely dry.
A player's forces are under
story,
attack.
Though, for Colorful. Colorful making his way over to the last major creep camp. Should put him back in the lead for experience. Meanwhile, Lawliet doesn't have much to do. Stops by the shop in the centre. Doesn't pick anything up from it though. Heading across to the marketplace now though.
A player's forces are under attack.
The level up on the Naga Sea Witch. But it looks like Lawliet still has some experience picking off this little Murloc camp. Getting on a little bit more. Expansion camp remaining for Colorful as well. One turtle remaining, so just cleaning up all the scraps. If you're a creep, picked a wrong time to be on a map.
A player's forces are under attack.
No prisoners. We're back at base at the moment. Okay, just banking like crazy. Colorful though with around 1,000 gold lead. Maybe a few more consumables on the side of Lawliet. But not by like a massive margin. Not by 1,000 gold margin at least. Killing off his last.
A player's forces are under attack.
Getting up a little more Popcat Broom. Using another beer with it. Poking and prodding. I might go on to double time here until we get a proper fight. And with the mana burns. It's maybe somewhat heating up, but the Ancient Django having a bit of a mobility edge to Lawliet, able to run away in these situations a little bit more easily thanks to that. Just sell the pendant of energy, interesting. Okay, Wand of Illusion picked up over here. Okay, Colorful breaking upkeep. The issue for Colorful at the moment, oh, so doing some scouting, is okay, we'll see these production buildings working. No lumber for Colorful. Almost no lumber. Lawliet, meanwhile, very well stocked in the lumber department, so going to produce a couple of wisps here as well. But yeah, Colorful, the one breaking first. Lawliet, though, not too far behind. That extra intel from the hippo. Very, very handy. But yeah, that's an interesting tech. And actually going to go for some fairy dragons. We did see mass fairy dragons not quite work out the other week. But it's not the case here. Still got a good number of
player's
bears remaining.
forces are under attack.
Not going to catch that hippo. And Lawliet actually with a larger army size at the moment. Just pumping out the bears. Pumping out the units from the Ancient of Wind as well. And this is a nice one. Mixing in a couple of talents. You know, that fairy fire can be very, very powerful when it comes to focus fire. And we've only got one dryad for the dispel on that. So like 2 talons with the fairy fire, reducing the armor, could actually be very, very potent. And why not? You know, if you've already got the Ancient Wind up, you can see that they're lacking the dryads. Could be quite strong. But again, just stalling, stalling, stalling. Yeah, they're just staying in druid form, so they come into the fight with maximum mana too. Very, very well stocked in terms of mana. Lawliet. Lawliet looking to get this one going. We've got 3 2 upgrades this way. Mass transformations now, mass illusions. Yeah, it's a chaotic fight. Scroll popping off both directions. There goes the scroll protection. Demon's in a little bit of trouble. Gonna have to pop the invul early. And it looks like Colorful coming out better off at the moment. There's illusions soaking up quite a lot of damage. Right, falling behind in food count. Here come the wisps now. A bit overdue, but some detonates could get rid of all of these roars and scroll protections. No, he's spinning them almost all on the Naga Sea Witch. Interesting. He's in some trouble for Lawliet again, having to disengage. Has he got the staying power though as the fight drags on? On Colorful side. Oh, and there's a very close to death escape for Lawliet. Does get out of here. But Colorful, what a commanding performance in that fight. 20 food lead as the dust settles. Lawliet just a little bit slow starting that up, you know, switching over to bear form while the fight was happening. In druid form, they got so much less health. They got nuked down pretty quickly by the fork lightning, by some bear attacks. And that gave a very good start for Colorful as well. He had that scroll protection in the fight. Lawliet brought along 2 wisps, detonating the roar and the scroll protection right at the start. It would have been a completely different story, but Colorful handling that fight very, very commendably. Now quite far behind. Lawliet banking for a little bit, but now pumping the units once again. Looking to milk a tiny bit of economy advantage from being in low upkeep. And going to bring in the Ancient of Wind into this fight as well. While he waits for a couple more units to produce. Still has those fairies up, so doesn't need to produce anything more from that wind. Looks like he did lose the talent at some stage. No expansions yet. 600 gold left in the main mines. So I imagine they're going to be walking their trees across. We do have a scout wisp over here from Colorful. Oh no, actually both gold mines as well. But we're back to the waiting game. I'm going to go on to 4x speed. Until there's some more
player's
action.
Forces are under attack.
Lawliet has managed to close the gap quite nicely. Only around 5 food behind now, maybe like 1 bear behind. A few more Dryads in the mix this time for Colorful. 3-2 versus 3-3. So an edge in that department to Lawliet for upgrades. Coming into this fight with no consumables, so no heal scrolls, no invols. Double heal scrolls back the other way. Army sizes. Very close, but good consumables edge. Colorful.
Forces are under attack.
He's low very early on, having to get out of there. Now for Colorful, making things count. And you can see the heal scroll value. Right, in a bit of trouble in this fight at the moment. Focusing down the Demon Hunter though. Demon Hunter having to get away. Now going for the Naga Sea Witch perhaps. She's next on the focus fire priority list. She's able to get away though. The Dryad slowing down the Demon Hunter. Colorful with a 20 food lead at this stage. Things are looking horrible for Lawliet at the moment. How can he turn this one around? He's brought in all of his trees to try and turn the fight in his favor. And they're actually helping out quite a bit right now. For Lightning, Demon Hunter very low for Lawliet, having to disengage. But as the dust settles, now Lawliet starting to take a commanding position. Those units are staffing to over here so they can come back into the fight more quickly. Closer to the Moonwells as well so he can rejoin the action. So it ends up being quite a close fight, and now in fact Colorful going to be the one town portaling out. Doesn't like the way things were heading. And he does that at pretty good timing as well, before he loses too many units. Might lose this bear though. And mana burn, can't quite get in range, and that's a staff out to safety. Gold mine not running here yet, whereas it is for Colorful, so Lawliet a little bit behind in that department. Rebuilding on the gold. But Colorful maybe... Oh, Lawliet rather. Lawliet maybe can get his way back into this one. He is with no upkeep. These bears are pretty healthy at the moment though. I'm going to go back onto the high speed. We're looking to engage, but we've kind of got these choke points made by the laws. Can make it a little bit awkward for Colorful to engage into. So he decides to disengage. Does have the option of coming into the main base, or we might consider it the main base, I'm not entirely sure. And trying to bash away a few of those Moonwells could be a way to damage Lawliet. It's going to come back into the expansion position. Starting up the fight. Good number of bears though for Colorful. Lawliet in a tough position. Bears getting smothered at the moment. Oh, and that's a nasty fork lightning. Really good for Colorful currently. Bear numbers overwhelming. He's on the charge. Lawliet just can't fight back at the moment. Oh, but the Demon Hunter kill with the fork lightning. No mana for the fork lightning back the other way. Oh boy. That's big. Tree of Eternity, though, getting bashed by those bears. Sometimes referred to as siege attack. Bears. They can kill buildings so quickly, even with the Nature's Blessing upgrade. And that's exactly what they do. There goes the Tree of Eternity, going for the hero kill on the Naga Sea Witch, though. Oh boy. She's getting chased down by the Demon Hunter. She levels up. Puts on the mana shield, mana burn, getting rid of that. One more hit. And there she goes. Not quite level up though on the Demon Hunter. Maybe that could turn things around. The level 6 Demon Hunter. Not there yet.
Forces are under
but
attack.
Double hero kills for Lawliet. making this somewhat more competitive now. No rebuild on the expansion yet, however. And the hero is still very, very low for Lawliet. Army size almost non-existent. We did get a buyback, I imagine, on the Demon Hunter for Colorful. Assisting with the fighting, and Colorful still with a 15 food lead even after the hero losses, so still looking strong, still has his gold mine coming through as well. Income. But okay. Level up on the Demon Hunter thanks to a couple of those extra unit kills. And now we've got Superman on both sides perhaps. Rest of Lawlight's army back here now. Buyback on the Naga Sea Witch. Ooh, that is expensive, but does keep the army size at exactly 50 for Colorful, so it's a nice number to stay on no upkeep. Looks like Lawliet gearing up for an all-out assault. Bring in the Wisps, looking to, get those detonates, get rid of the Roar, get rid of the mana on the bears, and maybe even on the heroes. Fork Lightning has been a lethal
town is
weapon
under siege
so far this game. There we go, early activation from Colorful. So his Demon Hunter in an awkward position, taking a lot of damage. Going to play somewhat conservatively, and here we go, Superman v Superman. Volpop activated both ways now. Oh, but there go all of Lawlight's bears. Still though, Colorful has to be careful with his Demon Hunter, and Volpop wears off. Staff out. Oh, but he's still in danger. Trying to get across, trying to mop up that low health Demon Hunter, but no. And there goes the hero. Well, Colorful, just better in the fights, I have to say. Coming in with a... yeah, similar army sizes. Curious choice, Lawliet mixing in a couple of those fairy dragons. They didn't seem to help out that much, honestly. I did quite like the idea of talons, but it didn't last long. But yeah, Colorful in those fights, just better. Better with the bear focus fire. Even though Lawliet picking up a couple of hero kills deep in the match wasn't enough to come back without the income from his gold mine. Just could not keep up with Colorful in the late game. GG though. Anyway guys, wrap on that. Thanks for tuning in to some more Warcraft 3 action. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.